Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about an interesting project, which is also a low market cap project that in my opinion has a good chance of doing a very good short-term gains. And this project is called Bholdus or the BHO token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website beholdus.com in order to learn more about their project, right? So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to rely on the information presented on CoinMarketCap's page for this token. But this is only going to be a peripheral analysis, which means you need to do your own in-depth research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? So what is Bholdus? Bholdus is a multi-chain platform based on substrate framework that dedicated to decentralized finance or DeFi applications and non-fungible tokens. We carry the mission to connect the crypto space with qualified real-world assets using blockchain with minimal costs, high security, and unparalleled transaction throughput. So again, right off the bat, there's a lot of information that has to be uncovered from this first paragraph. So let's just do that. So Bholdus is a multi-chain platform. So just like any platform that is currently, that they're currently having, multi-chain platforms are a commonality these days, and Bholdus is one of the multi-chain platform that is based on the substrate framework, which means it's based on the same kind of framework that Polkadot and Kusama are based on, and it is dedicated to decentralized finance. So they are mainly focused on building a platform for DeFi as well as for non-fungible tokens, right? And their mission is to basically connect the crypto space with qualified real-world assets. I don't know what qualified means in this context, but I believe they're talking, about every single asset that that can be traded or bought and sold in the real world. They basically want to bring all of those assets into the blockchain through their platform, and they want to do this with minimal cost, high security, and unparalleled transaction throughput. So again, all of these are some of the multiple. Some of the many aims that every other project is also trying to achieve, right? So native utility of BHO token. So again, just like any platform, this platform also has its own token called BHO token, and there are certain utilities for this token within the platform which we'll go through right now. So some of the main utilities are basically to pay for transaction fees in Bholdus chain and lending fees. So again, if you think about Bholdus, in a way, it's kind of like a blockchain in and of itself. So whenever you kind of like transact in the Bholdus chain, you have to pay transaction fees in the form of BHO, right? So that's one of the many utilities that this token has. And also, when you're lending out your token, you pay a fee called the lending fee, and you pay that in the form of BHO tokens as well, right? So the next use case is to reward for validator nodes on the network via staking BHO tokens and in parachain crowd loans. Again, another main use case is that they basically want to provide BHO tokens as a reward for people who run validator nodes, and also for people who stake the tokens as well, right? So it's used as a reward token for rewarding these parties. And also, if you want to participate in the parachain crowd loan, I believe this project is also going to aiming to become a part of the Polkadot parachain auctions, and it's going to, they basically want you to use, BHO in the crowd loans. I don't know if it's going to be, provided by them to the users, or they want the users to buy it from elsewhere and then stake it in order to participate in the crowd loan. But again, that information is not very clear. But that's one of the other ways by which you can use the BHO token, right? Apart from that, the next utility that this token has is to participate in Bholdus on-chain governance. So again, just like any platform that has a governance token, this platform also uses BHO as a governance token, and people who hold this token can basically participate in on-chain governance within the platform, right? So that's another use case. And the fourth and final use case is that to participate in Bholdus Launchpad. So if you want to participate on launchpads on the Bholdus network, then you can basically use BHO tokens to participate in the launchpad, right? So these are some of the four main use cases of this token. So what makes BHO special? So what would be one of the main reasons to invest in this token compared to several other good quality projects we've seen so far? Why would you put your money on this token? So here are some of the main reasons that they're stating that their project does in order to convince people to invest in their project. So the first one is high scalability. Utilizing substrate framework, Bholdus chain inherits its scalability through parachain, boosting the transactions efficiency. So again, when it comes to scalability, that's one of the key focus of any blockchain projects these days. And since Bholdus is aiming to be a parachain on Polkadot, one of its main focus is to kind of like be scalable, and Polkadot's substrate framework enables the project to do so, right? Not just Bholdus, but any project to do so. And also any project that gets built on Polkadot has to be a scalable project, otherwise they're going to be missing out on so much DeFi action on the Polkadot ecosystem, right? So they aim to provide high scalability, and this is going to directly impact the efficiency of transactions, and therefore they basically have to be scalable, and that's one of the reasons why it's a project that you need to look into, right? To be honest, it's not a very unique request or any very unique kind of like framework for this particular project. Every project aims to be scalable, including several legacy blockchains as well. So again, that's not a very convincing reason to invest in this project, right? But that's one of the many reasons. So the second main reason is that empower the NFT world. Crypto projects such as GameFi and metaverse related businesses may utilize tokenization to convert their valuable assets into NFTs and asset-based tokens as proof of creditworthiness for an unlimited access to different financial services in crypto space. Again, so when it comes to the second use case, the second main reason to look into this project is they basically focus on empowering the NFT world, and they do it in such a way that by holding or by kind of like converting assets to NFTs, they're also enabling people to have this virtual credit score or credit worthiness, which will allow people to borrow funds from platforms without having to provide a collateral. So I think it kind of like focuses on an online credit score or a decentralized credit score, but done in a fully decentralized and blockchain based manner that people don't really have to provide collateral or any other information to sign up for a loan, right? So that's also one of the other things that Bholdus is aiming to achieve. The third main reason to look into this project is they provide full set of tools for game developer to build and approach player throughout multi-chain NFT marketplace. They're also interoperable DEX and wallets. So again, they're kind of cramming a lot of information within a particular sentence. So I'll try to break it down for you. So the main reason why one of the main reasons why you need to look into this token is that this project provides a full set of tools for game developers to develop dApps on top of their parachain, and also they're focusing on interoperability, DEX and wallet. So these are some of the other things that they're also doing as well, right? And another information is that they are using advanced technology, and this advanced technology is in their consensus mechanism called NPOS, or again, it's not mentioned here, but I believe in the website you can see the full name of this, but I think it's a modified version of proof of stake, or an upgraded version of proof of stake as it's stated here, for higher security and performance. So they don't typically use the regular proof of stake mechanism. They use NPOS or N proof of stake. I don't remember what the N stands for, but you can get it from the website. But this is claimed to be an upgraded version of proof of stake, which provides higher security and performance, right? And the last reason to look into this project is their mainnet is coming on December 2021. Again, their mainnet is contingent upon them winning the parachain auction on Polkadot, right? So yes, they have announced that their mainnet will be coming in on December 2021, but they actually can't plug in with the Polkadot ecosystem if they haven't won the parachain slot auction, right? So again, these are some of the main reasons, but if you see, most of the reasons are not necessarily unique to this project. There are certain things that they're claiming that pretty much every single project is claiming, which means, for example, if you take scalability, for example, they're not the only project that they're trying to scale, right? There's so many other projects that are also trying to scale. In fact, every single project is aiming to scale, including Ethereum. So they're not really unique in that way. So I don't think the reasons that they pointed out are in any way convincing for people who are experienced in crypto to invest in their project, but it's still a good project nonetheless, and I'll tell you my points at the end of the video, right? So again, here they haven't really spoken about the security, but if you see, they have talked about their founders, which I won't really go into because you guys can basically go through their website or this section if you want to. I'm surprised that they haven't mentioned about the security, but security, as they mentioned, it's here. It's a modified or upgraded version of proof of stake, which they're claiming is performs well and has high security, right, compared to regular proof of stake, which is only going to be interesting to see how it pans out. So again, now that we've covered this one, let's go to their website to see what other information we can gather for this project. Again, right off the bat, they have a pretty cool website with a nice galaxy-like background, and their logo is quite cool as well. So welcome to Bholdus. Again, here they're talking about how they're aiming to build a blockchain that focuses on DeFi and NFTs. Bholdus blockchain network. Bholdus blockchain network is interoperable, cross-chained with various digital asset economies and DeFi networks such as Binance, Ethereum, and Polkadot. So again, they're trying to become a multi-chain platform, for NFTs and DeFi. Their mission is to bring DeFi for the entire world, right? So it's pretty straightforward. Bholdus products and services. So here are some of the many products that they have. So they have multiple digital asset issuing system, a cross-chain network. They also have NFTs and decentralized exchanges, right? So those are some of the things that they have, and they also have other dApps that also perform other functions. So they bring us to the roadmap. You can clearly look into the roadmap and see where they are at. So currently they are in the testnet phase, staking in BEP20 version. So they are already available on the Binance Smart Chain, and they are eventually going to participate in the Polkadot, parachain auctions, and they'll definitely try to get a parachain slot there. But if you see here, they're currently on the Binance Smart Chain, and they're planning to launch their planning to launch their mainnet next month, and currently they are in the testnet, right? So November 2021, which is next month, they have a pen test, which is a penetration testing, security audit, and masternodes alpha, and in December they aim to launch their full mainnet, right? So here are the team members of this project, and you can see some of their, all of them have their LinkedIn profile as well as their photos, which means they're kind of like legit. There's no real risk of a rug pull or anything. You can kind of find their projects or what they're working on in LinkedIn if you want to, and they have provided quite a bit of decent list of people who are working with their project, and that's also quite reassuring, right? So when it comes to press, they're kind of like spoken about by all of these presses, online press. So when it comes to strategic partnerships, they are partnered with Singapore FinTech Association, CanCham Vietnam, PancakeSwap, Broctagon FinTech Group, TechQuatria, Global DCA, Cambria, Atom Solutions, MEXC Global, and Certic. So these are some of the platforms or projects that have partnered with them. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily investors, but they're just partners, or they're working with this project to ensure the success of the project. And if you want to ask any questions, you can ask in this get in touch section, or even participate in their subscription program, and be notified with all the up-to-date subscription information from their project, right? Here you have their white paper as well as testnet, which I highly recommend you guys to go into and do some research on. because this project can definitely do some really good short-term gains at the very least. And if you're lucky, depending on how well the mainnet goes, it can also be a good mid to long-term project as well, right? So going back to the coin market cap page for this token is currently ranked 884th by market cap on coin market cap, and it's currently trading at 3.7 cents at the time I'm making this video, with a 0.50% increase, but now it's suddenly changed to 1.95% decrease in the past 24 hours. So we'll stick with that. The market cap is only $16.8 million in market cap. So this is one of the reasons why I'm saying that this is a good short-term investment, because I feel like this token can definitely go at least to like 20 to 25 million dollars in market cap, and if you're lucky, we can even cross the $50 million by the end of this bull run, right? So that means this token has a long way to go, and it definitely has a lot of room to grow as well. And since a lot of hype is around the Polkadot ecosystem next month, due to the parachains being launched on Polkadot since starting next month, I think this project will also definitely get some hype behind it, and people will definitely buy this token, thereby increasing the market cap as well as the price, right? So I can definitely see this token pumping soon, and if we are lucky, we can even get a new all-time high for this token, right? So $16.8 million in market cap is a pretty low market cap. Therefore, I definitely feel like this token is going to be, at least in the worst case scenario, a good short-term investment, right? So when it comes to max supply, this is what definitely bothers me a lot, because I feel like the token has an enormous amount of tokens in max supply. So 10 billion tokens in max supply is quite a lot. In fact, it's so dilutive that this token will probably, after the short-term pump or after the short-term hype, this token will guarantee move sideways or even crash aggressively, right? Because if you see, even after the mainnet goes live, they need to advertise, and they definitely need to the team definitely needs to take steps to bring in people, and the people definitely need an incentive to stay with a particular project or hold a particular project's token. And unless they see some form of scarcity, like myself, for example, I'm not going to be holding this token for long term, because I feel like the token has a lot of dilution possibility, right? Because of the extremely high max supply. And if you see the circulating supply, there's only 5% of the total tokens in circulation, which means this token is going to get relentlessly dumped, and the token price can definitely move sideways for a significant portion of time, which probably means that this token is going to get get not a lot of action, but it'll be volatile every once in a while, but it's going to be a very risky and unpredictable asset, right? So yes, I think the token in the project itself has a good kind of motivation. It's not fundamentally groundbreaking in any way to the crypto space, but it's still a project that can be considered as a short-term investment at least, right? So I think with that being said, if they don't introduce some kind of a burn mechanism, or if they don't convince all the token holders to stake their tokens so that the token can be removed from the circulating supply and any new tokens can also be staked, this token is going to have a hard time pumping, right? That's solely because of its tokenomics, and I'm definitely not impressed with the tokenomics, right? So again, going to the charts itself, if you see the charts for this token has been around only for a few months right now. So the token price actually starts from April 10th of April this year, when the token was initially worth 1.6 cents, and then it reached an all-time high right away to a price of about 3.4 cents before kind of taking a slight cool down, reaching about 2.8 cents, and then it made a new all-time highs, obviously, because it's a very new token. It's kind of pumping hard to about 8.4 cents per token on 12th of October, and this token literally crashed after that, reaching a relative lows of about I believe 4.2 cents, and then it went not to new all-time highs, but close to its new all-time highs, to about 7.3 cents, and then it crashed right away, reaching 3.2 cents. So now it's kind of in the lower end of the spectrum. So definitely this token is in the good opportunity to buy range, because if you see, the token has had two peaks, one being the actual all-time high where the token reached at least 8 cents or 8.4 cents in that range before crashing back down, and then it also went back trying to touch close to its all-time highs of 7.4 cents and then came back down. So now if you buy this token right now, you're pretty much buying it not only from the relative highs of 7 cents but also from its all-time highs of 8 cents. So you're pretty much getting it at a really good discount. The token is still in a good buy opportunity. It's in the cooling phase, so I think this token will move sideways a bit and then will occasionally make some good pumps and dumps. You need to be extremely careful when the token dumps, because that's the point. You need to buy this token, not sell this token, right? So when the token dumps, or if it's in the lower range like this one, this is the best opportunity to buy. And then after this token pumps to a reasonable extent, then you sell this token and lock in your profit, right? So in that way, I think this is a good price opportunity to buy this token, and I would definitely buy this token, a little bit of it at least, at this price point. And I will definitely use this for short-term gains, but not for long-term gains, right? But if you want to buy this token for long-term or mid-long-term, that's up to you. I personally choose this as a short-term gain because I'm not really impressed with the tokens or tokenomics, right? So when it comes to the Bitcoin compared to the other hand, if you see this token was worth 34 satoshis per token on April, it literally reached an all-time high immediately after that, reaching 76 satoshis. Then it crashed to 51 satoshis, and then it reached a new all-time highs of about 148 satoshis per token, and then it went back down, touched the 79 satoshis mark, went back up, touched the 113 satoshis per token mark, and then now it's kind of the downward trend. So if you see this token, again, similar to dollar comparative, this token has had two good peaks and two to three major dumps. Now it's kind of like in the phase where it's going to recover from its dump, right? So this is obviously the best time to buy this token, because if you see the charts, this token is pretty much at the relative lows, and once this token pumps, you can make a really good gain, not only dollar comparative but also in the Bitcoin comparative, right? So I would probably suggest for people who want to buy this token, again, not financial advice, this would be a good price point to buy both in the Bitcoin as well as dollar comparative, right? And since it's available on BEP20, as a BEP20 token on Binance Smart Chain, I would not really suggest buying this token with Bitcoin, because again, it's probably going to be very hard to get this token in PancakeSwap with BTCB, right? But dollar comparative, definitely easy to buy, because you can pretty much get it with USDT or BUSD on PancakeSwap, right? So, but if you do want to buy this token with some Bitcoins or Satoshis, then again, this price still looks really good. You still have a lot of room to grow in both dollar comparative as well as Bitcoin comparative. So this is probably the best time to buy this token, right? Again, that's just my opinion, guys, not financial advice. When it comes to the markets, this token can obviously be bought with wrapped BNB, and I believe that even BUSD on PancakeSwap. Or if you want to buy this token with USDT, you can buy this token on Dodo, which is on the Binance Smart Chain as well, right? The only centralized exchange that offers this token is MEXC, which is a kind of like a semi-shady, like tier 2 to tier 3 exchange, centralized exchange where you can get it with USDT. But I would probably stick to Dodo or PancakeSwap, because that's probably where most of the liquidity is at right now, right? So, and the one other thing is that since this token is only listed on one centralized exchange, and that too is a tier 2 or tier 3 exchange, there will be a lot of opportunities for this token to get some form of major exchange listing. I'm not saying that this token will be listed on Binance, but obviously depending on how the remainder does and how the traction for this token is, it could eventually get a Binance listing if it does well. But that will be like not for quite some time, right? And I think this token can definitely get a listing on maybe OKEX or Huobi Global or KuCoin, and definitely Gay.io as well, because those are some of the exchanges that easily list tokens pretty quickly immediately after they come out, right? So I think this token can definitely get a KuCoin or Gay.io exchange listing at the very least, even if everything else fails, right? So that's definitely going to drive the price of this token a little bit higher, even though the pump won't be as significant as a Binance listing or Coinbase listing. The token listing on kind of like a KuCoin or OKEX or even Gay.io will still push the price of this token relatively high, which will give us some really good short-term gains for us to cash out on, right? Apart from that, my final verdict for this token is it's not a very special project. It's not something that does something groundbreaking. It's just another DeFi slash NFT platform, blockchain platform that exists, on the Substrate framework, and it pretty much does the exact same thing with extremely poor tokenomics, which can definitely ruin the price potential for this token in the mid to long term. But for the short term, till the hype is there, and because the token has extremely low market cap, I think there's definitely chances where this token can easily make another 10x minimum, right? Its previous all-time highs can easily be kind of overthrown because if it's extremely low market cap, and I can see this token crossing the 10 cents mark by the end of this bull run, and maybe if you're lucky we can even cross all the way till like the 15 cents mark per token, which will do pretty good. I believe that that's a much more reasonable price expectation for this token, and since this token has already reached close to the 10 cents mark in the previous all-time highs, with market caps getting higher and higher, this token can definitely reach a 10 cent per token, and if you're lucky maybe even 15 cents per token. But again, that's going to be extremely hard to get, right? But 10 cents is definitely achievable, and that's basically what I'm aiming for, right? So that's one of the reasons why even I will definitely get a really small bag of this token at this price point and set it and forget it. And once this token crosses 9 to 10 cents mark, I'll probably sell that token and realize my gains, and that's it, right? So I'm not going to be hodling any of this token for mid to long term because I don't see any value in that, right? Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please click the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.